Hello and welcome to Embodied Mindfulness Meditation. My name is Dina Asher Kushnir, and I welcome you to embark on a path of inner discovery and healing through the interwoven practices of Buddhist mindfulness meditation and somatic learning. May it be of benefit to you and those around you. Namaste. Let's start our movement today in sitting on a chair that you can put your feet on the ground and sitting on the edge of that chair. It's a little bit harder chair edge, not soft cushion of sofas. And let's just stay and feel ourselves sitting. Where do you feel yourself sitting? How could we invite ourselves to the tangible sensation of sitting? Where do you feel that you're sitting? Can you feel the feet on the ground, the touch, the sensation of the sole of your feet touching the floor? Maybe you can feel the sit bones, the two bones underneath the buttock. Or maybe you're sitting a little bit and your tailbone is touching the chair. So let's work with that today. So come to the edge of the chair, all the way, like almost like you want to stand up. So your torso coming forward, and then see where the weight shifted on the chair. Maybe to your upper thigh, maybe to the sit bones, and keep going so that the back is straight, but you're kind of coming forward as if you want to raise yourself from the chair and come back slowly. Come back slowly and see, feel, sense, where can you touch, feel the sit bones. That's ischium tuberosity. Those are a little bit round bones. And now continue going backwards and see if you can feel the tailbone. And as you feel the tailbone continuing backward, notice what happened to the shoulders, to the head, to the upper spine, to the lower spine. Yeah. And you notice that actually everything came down in folding forward to keep your balance. And then come up slowly, very slowly, to touch, come to the sensation of touch of the sit bones, the ischium tuberosity, the sit bones. And now, again, you go forward, straight back, and notice the shifting of the weight to the, almost for me, is the upper thigh, but notice what's for you. And that's the movement. That's all. That's all the movement. We'll have maybe, that's all. You're coming forward slowly and you go backwards. And noticing the shift of the weight from the upper thigh to the sit bones, to the tailbone, all the way to the place where the upper body wants to come forward to keep the balance, because if not, to keep folding. See where can you go when you The body's folding so you will not fall backwards. And as you come back to sitting on the sit bones, notice, is the hip pelvic come back first or the upper body come first? What's the head doing? Keep this few moments. That's it. That's all the movement is, just to start noticing vertebra by vertebra, how your spine is actually folding itself as you go backwards. And as you come forward, notice how the spine kind of straightened and then even arched a little bit. The head is forward, the chest is forward. And if you want to stand up, you actually put your weight on your feet, and you actually can stand up when your hip, the pelvis comes up first. Let's try that. Let's work with that. And enjoy the slowness, the minute sensations. This is the movement. You can do it a few more times on your own, just to feel how's the spine working, how the spine responding to the shifting of the weight from the tailbone to almost the sacrum, tailbone, sit bone, almost pubic bone, you could say. And then you could pick up your buttock. Maybe. Wonderful. Thank you. Take a few deep breaths. Deep belly breath. And let's settle in. Deep belly. Inhale. Exhale. Settling in. And before we even begin, let's make an intention for this sitting for yourself. What would you like to bring in? Where are you now? And what would you like to bring in through this sitting? What are you calling in this sitting? Like where you are, noticing the state of mind, the state of the body, the state of the heart. And then what are you calling in for yourself? It's like the intention for this sitting. And make a note of it. And as we go along, I will ask you to come back to that intention as an anchor of the mind that goes everywhere. It's like, oh, come back to that intention. And find the sitting, sensation of touch on the cushion. Feel how the spine is relaxed yet awake, not slouched. Really feel the strength of your back. From the top of the head through the 7th cervical to the 12th thoracic, 5 lumbar through the beautiful sacred bones, and then tailbone, and then come to that sitting bone we kind of found in our sitting last week. And see if it's possible for you to recall the sit bones, tailbone, pubic bone, and then the hip joints, and then the whole pelvic ball. Coming up the ladder through the spine, up, 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 vertebra by vertebra, just feeling it, sensing that length of the ladder. Actually, it's the Jacob ladder, if you know the story. It's like electromagnetic energies coming through this ladder, from down to up, from up to down. So strong back, soft belly, soft front, sense of the sitting touch, noticing where your hands are, having a full picture and sensation of the sitting body. Awake and erect and aware, your mind opens to its oceanic nature. And you become the observer of the wave, of the waves, thoughts, sensations, feelings, all the waves from the surface of the ocean. The ocean is the oceanic awareness, cosmic intelligence, the universal consciousness. And we sit with this kind of faith, trust that there is this ocean of awareness that we come from. And there are waves. And sometimes they're big, and sometimes they're small, sometimes they're slow, sometimes they are fast. Depends on the winds and the weather. It's okay. Notice where you are, what's the inner weather, which waves it produces for you. And you are the oceanic awareness. Let's sit breath by breath. Each breath anchored in the sensation of the tip of the nose. And find the intention in your sitting today. And find the anchor in the breath. And the body sitting. Kindly receive the thoughts and let them go like a wave in the ocean. We cannot
We don't create them and we don't dispel them. They come in, they go out. Even when we don't have thoughts, the moment there is a perception, the mind work with those perceptions. So there's always ripples in the ocean. Our life is a ripple. And we rest in the breath, breath by breath. Tip of the nose. Notice if the breath is deep or short, fast or slow. Stay very close. The beginning of the wave of the breath, the upswing of the inhalation, the gap, and then the downswing of the exhalation. Another gap. And in this spacious mind, you can feel and see and know the thoughts that are rising from the depth of the ocean or from the wind or from the sky, from wherever thoughts arise. Or sensations or feelings or emotions, they arise to the first surface of consciousness, of awareness, and then they dissolve. Let them dissolve, and you stay at the tip of your nose. Kindly, kindly, you bring yourself back to that place. When the storm, maybe it's stormy weather, that's all right. The oceanic consciousness can also observe the stormy weather in the mind, in the body, the pain, the grief, the sadness, the joy, the imagination, whatever it is created. It's all included in this vast, infinite life, ocean. Feel the body sitting, breath by breath, tip of the nose. That's your anchor. And then the intention that you had, bring it in again. And just be with all that is. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. Notice the ripple of on the ocean, the waves of thoughts, sensations, feeling, emotions, and the vast oceanic awareness. You hold all of it in deep, truly loving gratitude. Oh, I'm alive. Whatever it is, it's life presenting itself to you. Your life is presenting itself to you. Mind watching mind, consciousness observing consciousness. You know, there's two consciousness, the oceanic awareness consciousness, or mind, and the ripples, the wave, it's also the ocean. To the mind observing mind. That's the true scientific investigation of the nature of mind, the nature of your being. So instead of identifying with the wave, you observe the wave, knowing its content, and yet not identify with it. You come back to the oceanic awareness that can know itself, if it's thought or sensations or emotions, it can know itself, it observe itself and know itself. This is what the sages always told us. The first and the last spiritual work you ever would do is know yourself. And they didn't mean know your, your background or your childhood abuse or, yeah, that's important too, of course. But know yourself in the oceanic awareness and the waves that produces. Your life produces the wave. So you feel the expansiveness of your being, and you feel the little tiny ripples of your beings. That's who is looking, who is making the wave. And you back into your breath. This breath, tip of the nose. And feel your heart in all of it. How's your heart expressing itself now in this sitting? If you lost your way in the waves, there's always coming back. That's so beautiful. You begin again. Look. Suddenly you are the ocean and observing the waves. Ah, and you can notice how the wave is coming up, how thought arises naturally in your mind. You did not do them. And then how they dissolve. Where do they go? Back to the ocean, back to the oceanic spaciousness of your awareness. A tip of your nose, touch of breath. It's already vibrating life. Inhale, the wave rises. Exhale, the wave resides. Come back to the ocean of life. Notice the touch of your nose. The breath rises and leaves through the nose a different temperature. Can you feel that subtle difference in temperature? Comes in a little, maybe either warmer or cooler, depends on your environment where you are. And it leaves in different temperature, the temperature of your body, 96 degrees approximately. That's a good anchor. If you feel like the waves are too much and you're lost in the storm, come back to the tip of the nose. You see, it's already there. Might as, might as well use it to anchor the storm. And immediately when you anchor the storm in the tip of the nose, notice what happened to the storm. In that moment, you stop the war, the battle, the inner battles, the confusions, the problems, the challenges. Just, oops, it disappeared. Where did it go? Tip of the nose. You're touching what the scientists, the cognitive scientists, call the metacognition. You know, they investigate cognition, which is the waves, you know, and the biochemicals in the mind, in the brain, the neurology of it, and all that. That's the waves. They really investigate deeply into the waves. Very few go to the oceanic metacognition that could observe the waves and not be part of it. You see, you're in the world, but not of it, say one of the sages. Or you are it in both. You are the wave in the ocean. You are thought and the recognition of the thought, the originating of the thought and the evaporating of thought. Let's stay at the tip of the nose, the last few moments of our sitting. State of mind, the body sitting, coming back to the beginning. Begin again. Notice the intention that you had. Did it work for you? Could you anchor yourself in it? Ask that question. Those are important. What happened to the intention? Did it evaporate as a thought? Or you will be able to hold on to it as a kind of for a moment for this sitting, an anchor for the mind. We can do that at the beginning of each day, in the morning, with our soulful prayer, maybe. May it will be a good day for everyone. May it will be a day of less suffering for everyone. Maybe a kind day, kind. May I be able to express kindness more today. Maybe may all sentient beings be free to know themselves in truth. May all being investigate the nature of their own being and realize this beautiful, infinite life that they are. And may that help them reduce suffering. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following this investigation, this inquiry. This is very much a privilege. Very few to compare with the 9 billion or whatever it is that we are humans in this planet. How many of us investigating, inquiring to nature of our life, of our being? Such a privilege. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a privilege for me to be with you, the one who investigates.
Thank you for listening. May you be safe. May you be well. And may all beings be free of suffering. Namaste.